Hello, my name is Kim Sauer at Productronica 2015. I'm joined today by Dr. Subodh Kulkarni, CEO and President of CyberOptics. Welcome to Productronica on a beautifully sunny day.
Thank you.
CyberOptics is always very active, very innovative in the market. Can we start by talking a little bit about the market and the driving forces, the trends that you are seeing at the moment?
Sure. The electronic market overall is doing okay depending on the region. The Americas and Europe are generally good. Americas is growing, Europe is kind of flattish. Asia has been a big challenge this year for the overall industry because of China. China has really slowed down, particularly in the second quarter of this year and even the third quarter. It seems like it's beginning to recover again, but Asia has been a problem for the overall business this year.
And that's a trend that the market in general has been experiencing, and actually it's been quite a bumpy ride over the last few years. Is that something that you think is a trend that we'll be seeing for the foreseeable future as well, or is there really an upturn in certain areas?
I don't think it's a trend the bumpy ride has been there certainly this year. I think things will recover a little bit and it will be a little smoother. I think what happened effectively, and that's essentially the government of China saying that, is overcapacity got built in China in the last 5 to 10 years, and some corrections are happening as we speak. But those corrections we are going through it right now, and they may last through the first half of next year. But beyond that, I think things should be relatively smooth and stable. Obviously, global economy will determine what the growth rate is going to be, that goes without saying. But I don't anticipate a significant bump like what we had this year because of the China situation.
Yeah. Now, in terms of CyberOptics, what sort of solutions are new? What is particularly relevant for the market, and what's the market asking from you?
Sure. So in this show, what we are focusing on is really our latest 3D automated optical inspection AOI technology. We have a brand new, unique proprietary technology we call MRS, multi-reflection suppression. And really what the customer sees is extremely high accuracy and speed. And we are getting fantastic reception. We got an award yesterday for the product. We are gaining share rapidly. But we are really going after the high-end customer. So we are going in the latest smartphones, the latest tablet kind of market, and getting really good reception from those marketplaces. So the 3D AOI market globally is about a $80 to $100 million market, growing very rapidly right now at about 40% compounded annual growth rate. And we just launched the product a few months ago, getting terrific reaction. So we are gaining share. We are very excited to have our product here at the show, and there's a steady traffic continuously coming, and not one moment is going on idle with that system right now, which is always good to see. So there's terrific interest from European customers, and we have already latched onto a few orders as of yesterday, even in the first day of the show. So I'm really excited about the potential for this SQ3000 product that we are showing at the show right now, and the European market in general.
Yeah, I mean that's quite unusual nowadays to actually get orders at a show. I know it was relatively normal, years back, but shows are often just about networking and then taking that conversation further. So I mean that's a great reflection on the type of products you do have. 3D. Let's talk a little bit about 3D because. Again, when it first sort of started as a technology, it was all hyped up, and everybody thought 3D was going to be like the solution for everything. We've now come to a point, and certainly CyberOptics has come to a point where you've really, driven that forward. Who is using 3D?
Sure, there are many customers obviously, but I would say the biggest drivers of 3D automated optical inspection are the latest smartphones and the tablets, and really the big names over there obviously are Samsung, Apple and companies like that. If you look at the boards that they have designed in the latest products that they have launched, they do need the third dimension. We are talking about coplanarity, lifted leads. So finally, those defects have become important. I would say auto would be the next segment. Auto clearly has some boards where the heights are beginning to show up as defects now. If you look at the latest LED kind of boards that Audi and BMW is using, those things are becoming important. So you are right, a few years ago, a lot of 3D measurement was still on the hype side, but clearly now the customers need the third dimension to decide whether this is a pass or a fail. And that's naturally why the demand is rising so quickly. The other practical factor also is that the price of 3D AOI systems 2 or 3 years ago were quite high. They were well over 200,000 euros at that time. And that makes it prohibitive for many manufacturers to absorb that in their manufacturing budget. The prices have come down, so that also naturally spurs the demand. So I think the combination of slightly lower prices, customers putting advanced boards, it's finally taking off. So the numbers are real. I mean, the $80 to $100 million market growing at 40% is absolutely real. We are seeing it firsthand. I believe our competitors are seeing it firsthand too. So it is finally taking off.
Excellent. Well, thank you very much for your time, and I wish you great success for the rest of the show as well.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye now.